We back with another technique. This time I'm going to show you one of my favorite no-gi techniques, the high elbow guillotine. I think this is going to become a bigger part of the game as guys start passing from their knees to defend the leg locks. So I'm here in this position. My partner's probably going to be looking for a body lock type of pass here, right? And so that's the first thing I need to be aware of. I'm gonna be here to fight his hands, right? My first move is always gonna be fighting his hands, trying to move his hands out of the way. Once I move his hands out of the way, I'm gonna make a quick movement where two things are gonna happen at once, almost like a chop, right? So I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna chop my bottom arm with my thumb up underneath his neck, right? Using like the most dangerous part of my arm, these kind of 3 inches that we use for a lot of our submissions, right? I'm gonna chop that up right underneath his neck. I'm basically going to do the opposite with my other hand. So it's gonna kind of look like this. This is gonna be more of like a tapping motion or a slapping motion, right? Because if I do it not together, some things can happen, right? If I just go to the back of his head and he feels this, he's just gonna tuck his chin and not allow me to go in, right? If I go just underneath, he's just gonna hand fight and run away, right? So both things need to happen at once. So I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna move his hands out of the way, and I'm gonna chop his head down. Once I chop his head down, I'm gonna guide his head into the armpit of my choking arm. Now, from here, I have a bunch of different options, right? This is gonna be one depending on where you train or depending even on the teacher who shows you, the grips may change. My preference is I keep my hand to my chest and with my opposite hand, I'm grabbing the fat of my own hand, okay? So I'm here, I hand fight, I chop, I tuck him in, and I grab the fat of my own hand. Now, here's where things get important. If Jeremy's able here to connect his shoulder to my chest and drive forward and put me flat on the mat, it can be very difficult for me to get the right amount of compression to finish, right? He's just gonna keep driving forward, maybe even posturing and starting to get out. Yeah, he's gonna give me a lot of problems here. So that's why I'm making this grip. Everything's the same, I move his hands, I chop, I tuck his head, and I make my grip. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my elbow high so that my forearm comes in front of his shoulder. Now I know some of you guys out there are saying like, man, but my shoulder flexibility is not that good. I'm in the same camp as you. My shoulder flexibility is not that good. So in order to get my elbow higher, what's going to happen is I'm going to escape onto my hip more so that I fall to my side, making my elbow go nice and high now. What I'm doing with this elbow is I'm kind of giving some counter pressure here. I'm trying to push Jeremy away. Once I do that, the finish is easy as long as he can't pass. So with my legs, I'm doing a number of things. I can be here, I can be holding a half guard, I can throw the leg all the way over. I just need to understand that he cannot pass off to my left. Once I'm here, I have my high elbow, I throw my leg over. It's very easy. I bring my elbow to my hip, doing a crunch. Remember, every choke is a compression. I want to compress his neck. So I'm gonna come here and compress. My partner taps, and I win the fight. Thanks for checking it out. It's one of my favorite submissions, no-gi. Nice old school one, Marcelo style. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Check out our channel. We got tons more videos coming up. Some nice interviews with some high level guys and plenty other stuff to see. See you next time.